Hi friends, welcome to all. In this video we are going to discuss this packet tracer activity, configuring IPv6 static and default routes. Okay, before coming to this packet tracer activity, friends, if you are watching our channel first time, or if you like to get these type of technical videos in future, consider subscribing. Also, don't forget to enable that bell icon near to the subscribe button so that you will get notification message whenever we upload a new video. Right, coming back to our packet tracer activity, here we can see IPv6 addressing table. Here we can see the devices, its interface, and its IPv6 address and prefix. Okay, what we are going to do in this packet tracer activity, we will examine the network and evaluate the need for static routing. Then we will configure IPv6 static and default routes, and finally we will verify the connectivity. We will come to part 1, examine the network and evaluate the need for static routing. Looking at the topology diagram, how many networks are there in total? Okay, coming to our topology, here we can see total 3 routers, R1, R2, R3, and here we can see different networks. Here we can see the first network with the network address 2001:db8:1:1:1 and here we can see the second network 2001:db8:1:A001:64, and here we can see the third network 2001:db8:1:2:64. Here we can see our fourth network 2001:db8:1:A002:64, and here is our fifth network 2001:db8:1:3:64. So in this topology we can see total 5 networks. Here we will highlight those 5 networks using different colors so that you can identify these networks very easily. Okay, we will select this fill color. We will give different colors for each network. Here we can see one network. Here is our second network. Okay, better I will start from here. Okay. Here is our third network. Here is our fourth network. And finally fifth network. Now we can identify each network very easily. Coming to the next question, how many networks are directly connected to R1, R2 and R3? Very easily we can identify it using this topology itself. Coming to R1, we can see 2 directly connected networks, these 2 networks. Coming to R2, we can see total 3 directly connected networks. Here we can see these 2 WAN connectivity and here one LAN connectivity. Coming to R3, we can see 2 directly connected networks. Coming to the next question, how many static routes are required by each router to reach networks that are not directly connected? Here from our first question we identified in this topology we have 5 networks. So coming to R1, here we can see total we have 2 directly connected networks. Then we have to configure 3 static routes in this router R1. Now coming to this router R2. R2 has three directly connected networks, and it has two remote networks. So we have to configure these two network statically in this router R2. And finally, coming to this router R3. R3 has two directly connected networks. So we have to configure these three networks statically in this router R3. Now coming to the next question, which command is used to configure IPv6 static routes? Yes, in IPv4 static routes we configured using IP space route. Here we are using IPv6 address, so we have to give IPv6 space route. Then we have to specify the remote network with its prefix. Then we have to give either exit interface or its next hop address. Anyways, we will see this IPv6 static routes configuration right now. Okay, now we will come to part 2, configure IPv6 static and default routes. First of all, we will enable IPv6 routing on all routers R1, R2 and R3. Okay, before configuring static routes, we must configure the router to forward IPv6 packets. So which command accomplishes this? Yes, this point we have to keep in mind whenever we configure IPv6. Here, the router is not forwarding IPv6 packets by default. So we have to enable it. We have to use the command IPv6 space unicast routing. We are going to enable that on each routers R1, R2 and R3. Here we can see that. Enter this command on each router. Okay, we will do that. First of all, we will come to this router R1. We will go to CLI, enable configure terminal. We are in global configuration mode. Here we are going to configure IPv6 unicast routing. So the same command we have to give in these other routers R2 and R3. Coming to R2, CLI, enable configure terminal IPv6 unicast routing. It's unicast hyphen routing. This is one command. Now coming to R3, CLI, enable configure terminal IPv6 unicast routing. Okay, in the next step we are going to configure recursive static routes on R1. Configure an IPv6 recursive static route to every network not directly connected to R1. Yes, already we discussed here in this router R1 we have two directly connected networks. So we have to configure these three remote networks statically in this router R1. And here we are going to configure recursive static routes. That means we are going to use next hop IPv6 address. So here we have to get the next hop address to these networks. The next hop address to all these remote networks is the same, the IPv6 address of this interface. We'll identify that. It's a serial 0/0/0 in this router R1. Sorry, it's R2. First of all, we will configure this network 2001:db8:1:2:/64 with next hop address. So coming to R1, CLI. Here we are going to give IPv6 route. Then we have to give IPv6 address, I mean network address 2001:db8:1:2:/64. Then we have to specify the next hop address. We can get that from our addressing table. R2 serial 0/0/0. Here we can see that. We will copy this address, then we will paste it here. Okay, now we will press enter. Now we will configure this network 2001:TB8:1:A002:/64. I think we will press this up arrow and we will edit the command. So here we can see IP route 2001:TB8: it's 1. Okay, instead of this 2 we have to give A002. Okay, :/64. Then here we can see the next hop address, it's correct. Press enter. Finally, we will configure this network 2001:TB8:1:3:/64. Okay, so we will press up arrow so that we can get the previous command we given. Okay, so here we will change this 2 to 3. 2001:TB8:1:3:/64. Then the same next hop address. Okay, we will press enter. Okay, right, so our R1 is ready. Now we have to configure this router R2, and here we can see the steps. Configure a directly attached and a fully specified static route on R2. Okay, configure a directly attached static route from R2 to the R1 LAN. Coming to our topology, here we can see we are going to configure this remote network in this router R1. Here we are going to configure a directly attached static route. That means we are going to use the exit interface. So here we can identify to this remote network from this router R2. Exit interface is this interface, that is serial 0/0/0. Okay, and here we can see the network address 2001:TB8:1:1:1:/64. So we will configure it in this router R2. Coming to R2 CLI, enable configure terminal. Here we are going to give IPv6 route. Then we have to give that IPv6 network address 2001: it's a DB8:1:1:/64. Then we have to give the exit interface, that is a serial 0/0/0. We have seen that. Now coming to the next step, configure a fully specific route from R2 to the R3 LAN. Okay, here we can see R3 LAN. They given a note also. Packet tracer version 6.0.1 only checks for directly attached and recursive static routes. Your instructor may ask to review your configuration of a fully specified IPv6 static route. Anyways, here we are using the latest version of our packet tracer simulator. We will try this fully specific route in this router R2 to this LAN R3. And we know this fully specific route. There we have to specify the exit interface. Also we have to specify the next hop address. Just we will identify these things from our topology. Here we can see our remote network address 2001:TB8:1:3:/64. Then we will identify the exit interface to this remote network is this interface, that is serial 0/0/1, and the next hop address will be the IPv6 address of this interface in this router R3, that is serial 0/0/1. So this address we will get from our addressing table. Coming to the configuration, R2, here we will give IPv6 route, and here we will give the address, network address 200. We will give a space 2001 colon GB 8 colon 1 colon 3, it's a double colon slash 64. Then we have seen the exit interface, so that is serial 0/0/1. Then we have to give the next hop address. We will get it from our addressing table. R3 serial 0/0/1. It's here. We will copy this address. Now we will press enter. Yes, we done. Now we have to configure our router R3. We can see that in the next step, configure a default route on R3. Configure a recursive default route on R3 to reach all networks not directly connected. Okay, so we are going to configure this default route on this router R3. Here we are going to configure recursive default route. So we have to specify the next hop address. Here the IPv6 address of this interface, serial 0/0/1 in this router R2. So that IP address we can get from our addressing table, serial 0/0/1. It's here. We will copy this address. Now coming to R3, CLI, enable configure terminal. Here we are going to give IPv6 route. Then we are going to give default route double colon slash 0. Then we have to specify our address. It's here. This is the next hop address. Then press enter. Okay, that's all on our router R3. Now we will go to the next step, verify static route configurations. Which command is used in packet tracer to verify the IPv6 configuration of a PC from the command prompt? Yeah, usually we know how we will verify IPv4. We are using ipconfig. So here we are going to verify IPv6 address. So we have to give obviously IPv6 config. So we can just verify that. We will come to PC1 desktop, then we'll go to command prompt. Here we can give IP, instead of ipconfig we have to give IPv6 config, and here we can see the details. Okay, right. Next is which command displays the IPv6 addresses configured on a router's interface. Usually for IPv4 we will use this show command, show IP interface brief. So here for this IPv6 we can give show IPv6 interface brief. So we can see that command. Maybe we will go to R2 or any router. Here we will go to privileged exec mode, and here we will give show. Instead of IP we are going to give IPv6, show IPv6 interface brief, and here we can see interface, its link local address or global unicast address, and its status. Okay. Next is which command displays the contents of the IPv6 routing table. Okay, in IPv4 how we display using show IP route command. Here for this IPv6 routing table we have to give show IPv6 route. Just we will see that command on this router R2, show IPv6 route. Here we can see IPv6 routing table in this router R2. Okay. Finally, coming to part 3, verify network connectivity. Every device should now be able to ping every other device. If not, review your static and default route configurations. Just we will verify the network connectivity. We will ping from PC1 to PC2 or to this PC3. We will get the IPv6 address of PC2. It's here. We will ping from PC1 to PC2. Coming to command prompt, here we will give ping to PC2. We get the replies. Now we will try to PC3. We will get the IPv6 address. Okay. Ping to PC3. It's working. We get the replies. Well done. Here we can see the completion status 60 out of 60. So we configured IPv6 static and default routes successfully. Now, dear friends, if you have any doubt, any suggestions, please comment below. And if you like our videos, give a thumb and share with all your friends. Subscribe, stay tuned, and we will meet again with the next video. Thank you.